we struggle, and they indirectly gain strength when we discuss some stuff. So today morning, right, like just like how you say kids learn, like our struggle, and you said your daughter noticed that you're feeling calm. So today, usually I try to. I'm not a morning person, but like in the morning when my kids get ready, they will make their own breakfast. My husband, when he's around, he'll make breakfast for them. But I'm more like a more support rather than like, actively involved with them. So my middle one, he was making bagel for himself, and my youngest one usually likes me to make the English muffins. So I was making English muffin, and he's telling his middle brother, I mean his elder brother, like this the kid, something about people who are on disability, very depressed. Like he says when they don't earn the money, for some reason they go into depression. And so like I'm like trying to put my 2 cents in. So I went and I said, yeah, I said, when you take money claiming that you're depressed, karmically, you're inviting that in your life, right? Like, meaning like you're labeling yourself, I am entitled to get money from the government because I'm depressed.
Right.
Essentially, you're telling the universe, keep me depressed so I can earn more money, right? Like,
Yes.
So it's so he says, did I ask your opinion? So he looked at me, and then I immediately felt what he says is right. I said, yeah, of course. I said, you didn't ask my opinion. I said, I apologize. For some reason, right? He got shocked, like he spoke like that to me. He says, I'm so sorry, Mom. He says, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said, continue what you're saying. Like he was ticked off, but then he's taken aback. He's ticked off at me. But I was at the right space because I didn't take offense. Because one of the things I really want to work on is to be more silent, because I talk a lot at work. So when I go home, I force myself to talk to my kids because I feel so disconnected with them, So I feel I force myself, even though I'm not a morning person, I would prefer to keep quiet. I want to show up as though I'm alive in their life.
Yes.
And it's easy for me to ignore them and go away, but I do it.
Yes.
But sometimes they humiliate me because they think I'm putting my 2 cents in and forcing myself to ask questions again and again, and that annoys the heck out of them, and I can see that because they are thinking about their school and stuff. But it's like almost like when I go home at night, they're already in bed.
Right.
So this is like the 2 minutes I can have with them, and I want to talk to make my noise to see,
to make up for the time that you don't see them.
Yeah, so I'm like thinking, is it so important for me to be heard? Why cannot I just hang out there and not say anything? I'm going to try that, see whether that is going to work. And I think I really need to discipline not to talk.
But you know something? I can understand where you're coming from, because I was feeling guilty at one time too, because my kids, I'm not a morning person either. And my 10-year-old, he doesn't have to leave to go to school till 8:45. And my daughter, she's in college. My son's in high school, so they up early. And I would just wake up when they leave. But I said, that's not good. I said, I'm not, spending time. So I made a conscious decision to wake up when they're up and have coffee and sit and talk to them, So they're talking, and I'm like you said, I'm joining in, and they're like, Mom, we're not talking to you. I'm like, okay. I felt a little funny, but I didn't take it personal, because I guess they don't want Mom to know everything that they're talking about, but I, like you, was just pushing, to see what was going on with them, and they took it as that if I was prying in their business, so I sometimes just sit back and I laugh and I listen to them talk, and they're so in tune with each other. When they leave, they're like, I love you. and they give each other hugs, you know. And my son is 14 and my daughter's 18. And for them to know to tell each other they love them and hug each other, I says, all right, they're okay. They're doing all right, you know. So I just leave them.
They actually, between them, they get along so well. They seem to understand each other. But sometimes I wish I had the same relationship with them, you know. So it's very hard.
Yeah.
But maybe my time will come, because I saw my mother literally grow up in my eyes, you know. So like I saw her like with no confidence,
Right.
gaining self-confidence, and eventually being so mature
Yes.
that I could ask her advice.
Right.
So like like I could see her grow in
Yes.
front of me. So maybe that's what would happen to my kids too. But it's also interesting, like, you know, sometimes I think it's a power play when my husband is there, because he is the alpha male, right? Like he would come across as he's the boss no matter what, and he'd put me down in front of them. And sometimes I find it very hurtful.
Yes.
And he will, like when I say, hey, I'll try hard because I try to please him, and he'll say, no, you cannot. So when he mocks me, he makes me feel so humiliated.
Yes.
So I had to take, like, you know, a step back and say, hey, how am I going to engage with him? And the way I used to do in the past was not to show up when he's home. Like when it's his day, I'll deliberately do some chore, never even come until I know for sure he's gone to bed.
Yes.
And that is another cop-out way of coping, you know. But I don't know. There is a middle ground, you know. It's like, it's very hard.
Sometimes we do what we need to do to keep the peace, to, you know, that works for us, you know. There's no right and there's no wrong, you know. It's just
so now interestingly, we all compromise. We'll say we will go to one movie together as a family every week. So my husband is always stickler for time. He wants time commitment. Okay, what time you're going to be here? So Saturday he wants to make sure I'll be home by 12. I'm like saying in my mind, oh my God, like, you know, like it's like pegging me, you know.
Yes.
Which is hard for me.
Yeah.
I am like, you know, spur of the moment, you know. So it's very interesting. I think the whole dynamic is so interesting.
Yeah, it is. You are so right about that, you know.
And then I gave him only one English muffin, my youngest one. So then I know he eats more. So I asked, hey, do you want more? He says, Mom, I didn't want to burden you, so I didn't ask. I said, this is not a burden, you know. So whereas with his dad, he'll demand.
Yes.
Because his dad expects him to do chores. He has to take out dishes from dishwasher. So it's almost like the more you demand, they don't mind demanding.
Yes.
When you don't demand, they like you know, backpedal. They are worried.
Yes.
So it's so funny.
True.
The male relationship versus the girls relationship. We are always like, you know, like worried what the others think. Male, they don't care. They
know the difference. They know the difference, you know.
It's so interesting.
They're so different with my husband than they are with me, you know. They're more, should I say, like you said, more demanding, more than with me.
They know what they can expect.
Yes.
And if it is a no, there is no emotional hurt.
Yes. So I see I'm not the only one who goes through those little things.
Very funny. And actually, I saw my husband struggle too. He wanted to chop woods. We had a big tree that fell because of the windstorm. Like, you know, we have like so many pine trees that fall. So he went and got the wood chopper. So he said he'll pay my kids hourly rate. I forgot what it was. And then he said, hey, can we go cut the woods? And my middle one is very strong. He said, nope, I would rather sleep now.
Really?
So my husband ended up like working a lot. So I'm like saying, so they have gone to that level where
they can pick and choose. No, I don't want to do it.
Which is nice, you know. So like I feel they know how to stand up to even their own dad.
Yes.
And then their dad sometimes would allow that. Sometimes he'll say, hey, I have to give back this chopper.
Yes.
I need you guys to help me.
Right.
So he'll make demands. So I like the way they are like coming to a space where they can gain back their power.
Yes, exactly. They
Even with the
know
parents.
they give themselves a choice, you know, and
Yeah.
says, well, I have to because my dad. But like you said, they know when and they know
Yeah.
when not to, you know.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. And my kids are the same way, you know. They are.
So we are reaching a proudful moment in parenting.
Yes. And I don't know why that showed up, but the next week there will be, you won't see anything, no pot